Okay, Assalamualaikum and welcome back to our chapter gas absorption. So for gas absorption, we already covered on point 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and now we will continue with 3.4, which is about the pack tower. Also, I already explained the pack tower, the descriptions of the process of the pack tower. So we already know that inside of your pack tower, there will be packing material that will be loaded in your pack tower. So there are two types of packing materials. It is a random packing or structured packing. So for your packing materials, for random packing, this is the packing material. You will see it have different shape and sizes depending on its application. So the purpose of we having the packing material inside of your pack tower is to provide large surface area for mass transfer. So since we are separating a mixtures of A and B in a column which is in a gas form, so it will be contact with your liquid material. So your liquid will come on the top and your gas will come from the bottom. So they will meet inside of the column through this packing material. So if there is nothing inside of the column, the separation will um, not efficient. So that's why we are designing a packing material inside of your column. So the size of your packing material can be 1 to 4 inch for each. And there are several types of your packing material, which I said earlier, it is depending on your application. So your packing material can be ceramics or metal, or it can be plastics. So it will be designed in different shape, and so that there will be an opportunity for gas mixture to come up and your liquid to come down through this packing material. So the designs of the packing material is dependent on your corrosiveness of the gas, the solvent used, either it is acidic or not, and also the size of absorber. Does we require the size of the packing larger or smaller? And we also need to consider the pressure drop that will occur in the packing material. There will be some calculation before we deciding what types of the packing material we use and also the cost involved during the designs. So each of these packing material have their own properties, which why it is affect our pressure drop in the column. So another packing material is a structured packing material. It is much more um, it's much more structured designs. These packing materials are made in sections and fill entire the column's diameter. So it will be designed according to the size of the column. Their design also depends on the corrosiveness of the gas used and also the solvent choice and the size of the absorber and pressure drop and also the cost of the equipment. Okay, for the typical type of the structured packing material, it can be flexi ceramics, Mellapax, flexi packs, or moss. And also it have its own properties, which you need to refer on the table 10.61. So we will go to the what are problem related in our gas absorption. So since we are dealing with the gas, there will be uh, pressure drops inside of the gas and also the problem flooding. It is happened due to several reasons. So as you know, the operations of gas absorber, the liquid will be distributed on the tops of the bags trickled down by the gravity. And your gas is flow is due to the pressure drivers and it is generated using a blower or a compressor. So since the gas undergoes pressure drop as it flows through the bags up to the column. This is due to the skin frictions in the column because there are contacting between the gas and the liquids, which is two different phase of materials. And also there is because of the frequent change in the flow direction. Because the flow is counter currently, there will be a pressure drop happens. So the maximum flow of the gas is available if the packing is dry, which is during no liquid being flow down through the columns. But when liquid flow, the bed, a part of open space of the bed is occupied by the liquids. So the area available for gas flow is decreased. So you know that in your packing material here, the liquid will come down and your gas will come up to the column. And when maximums of the gas flow rates, so no liquid will go down. But when liquid is already go down, some of the spaces for the gas will be reduced. This is why the pressure drop increase with the increasing liquid throughput. Therefore, there is an upper limit to the rates of gas flow impact tower, which we call as the flooding velocity. It is because above this gas velocity, the tower cannot be operated. So the designs of the column for the gas to come inside the column must has specific velocity, which is must be lower than its flooding velocity. At low gas velocity, the liquid flow downwards through the packing is essentially influenced by upward gas. Okay, as the gas velocity is increased at a gas flow rate called as loading point, so the gas start to hinder the liquid downflow and the local accumulations of liquid start appear in the packings. So during the low gas velocity, so the liquid does not affect by the gas velocity inside of the column. But as the gas velocity is increased, the flow rate called as the loading point. That means your liquid is no longer come down to your column, but stay at one point. However, when we further increase the gas velocity, the liquid can no longer flow down through the packing and it is blown out into with the gas. So this is called the flooding velocity. The flooding velocity happen is because of the further increase of the gas velocity higher than its higher flooding gas velocity is higher, so it causes your liquid cannot go down of your column, but it is blown out from the column. So that's why in designing of your column, it must have the ideal gas mass velocity because at low gas velocity, the liquid flow downward through the packing is uninfluenced by upward gas. But when we further increase the gas mass velocity, first there are a loading point where the gas start to hinder the liquid flow down and the local accumulations of liquid start appear in the packing. So inside of your packing, there will be your liquids up of your packing. But when we further increase the gas velocity, it reach the flooding point where your liquid cannot flow down through the packing and it is blown out from the column. So here we can see the video of the overloadings of your material, which is your liquid inside of your column.
The increase in hydrostatic pressure restricts the vapor rising through the liquid. If overloading continues, more and more liquid backs up, and the rising vapor becomes severely blocked. This condition is known as flooding. While excessive liquid flow from a higher than normal feed rate is one cause of flooding, there are other causes. For example, a higher than normal reflux rate can have the same basic effect. Reflux is condensed overhead product that's pumped back to the top of a column.
You can see here, this is your packing material. For example, this is a plate column. Okay, your gas come from the bottom and liquid come from the top. When it is low gas velocity, so there will be low gas velocity, liquid can go down. But when we increase further the gas velocity from here, the liquid started to accumulation on your packings, and when you further increase of the gas velocity, the liquid no longer flow down through the packing and will blown out through the column. So this is examples of the plate tower. So we will see the packing tower next.